The Harrisons were a wealthy family who had recently acquired a large mansion on the outskirts of a small town in rural England. The mansion was a grand, sprawling structure with many rooms, sprawling gardens, and a long, winding driveway. The Harrisons were thrilled to call it their own, but little did they know that their new home held a dark secret. The first few weeks in the mansion were filled with excitement and wonder for the Harrisons. They explored the many rooms, marveling at the ornate decor and exquisite architecture. However, it wasn't long before strange things began to happen. Doors would open and close on their own, and the family would often hear strange whispers and footsteps in the halls. At first, they dismissed the strange occurrences as mere quirks of the old house, but as the days turned into weeks, the disturbances grew more and more frequent. The Harrisons' young daughter, Abigail, began to complain of seeing strange shadows moving in the corners of her room at night. One day, while exploring the mansion's many hidden passageways, the Harrisons stumbled upon a sealed door in the basement. The door appeared to be very old and had been hidden behind a pile of old furniture. Intrigued, the family decided to investigate further and managed to pry the door open. Inside, they discovered a room that had been completely untouched for centuries. The walls were covered in strange markings, and the air was thick with the smell of decay. In the center of the room, there was an old, rusted cage. As they approached the cage, the family began to feel a sense of dread wash over them. Suddenly, a voice spoke out from the darkness. It was the voice of an old woman, and it seemed to be coming from inside the cage. The woman told the Harrisons a story of a dark secret that had been hidden in the mansion for generations. She spoke of a curse that had been placed on the family that owned the mansion centuries ago, and how it had slowly driven each of them mad until they were consumed by the darkness. The Harrisons were horrified, but they knew they had to act fast. They hired a team of paranormal experts to investigate the mansion, and they soon discovered that the entire property was haunted by the spirits of those who had been consumed by the curse over the centuries. The experts told the Harrisons that the only way to break the curse was to destroy the source of the darkness. They soon realized that the source of the curse was an old, rotting tree that had been growing in the mansion's gardens for centuries. The Harrisons set out to destroy the tree, but it was no easy feat. The tree seemed to be alive, and it fought back against the family with a vengeance. But after a long and grueling battle, the Harrisons finally managed to cut it down. As soon as the tree fell, the mansion was filled with a blinding light, and the spirits that had been haunting the family for so long disappeared into the ether. The curse had been broken, and the Harrisons were finally free. Years passed, and the mansion became a popular tourist destination for those looking for a good scare. But the Harrisons knew the truth. They knew the horror that had once lived within its walls, and they made sure to never forget the darkness that they had faced. Their experience changed them forever, and they became advocates for preserving history and investigating the unknown.